thread. So there's this sequence which we were spelling out just now in which some type of
hiring managers, and they found that they said having a spelling or grammar error on a resume or CV was
them navigate, the challenges of juggling work and family, maybe spelling them at certain times, taking the kids at certain times.
And then you come home, of course, with your spelling test, like me, and you get a 50. And
orthographies, so that's books of spelling, dictionaries, and grammars for Bosnian do not always agree.
When Margaret Spellings was Secretary of Education under President George W. Bush, Hannah was Deputy Chief of Staff at the
on it. My whole day could fall apart. I could fail the spelling test, be picked last for kick.
The other models will give you UK spelling, but in Australia, for example,
me, of course, and I was hyper-vigilant in my column, spelling out repeatedly in no uncertain terms.
All this time, I had been looking for a place, spelling it wrong and pronouncing it wrong. But, I was only a child.
Without spelling it out too much, I think people understood where I was coming from.
I want us to be taken seriously, and that means our emails need to be free from spelling and grammar mistakes. I'm not perfect.
Language, spelling, and words were what did it for me. But
We all learn spelling through this line I before E, except after C, which would be great if only it would.
And so sometime in about the 1950s or 60s, it changed spelling. And then we see the
clicking. Oh, there's a spelling mistake there. Sorry about that.
Note here we have understanding the structure of the genome, the basic spelling of it, understanding the biology of the genomes, how they
and awarded him the championship of the National Spelling Bee. And
mutations are simply spelling mistakes in already existing genetic instructions. That's
their best interest to go to war. All that remains is the task of spelling out the human rationale to justify what
searches. We know that it helps us with our spelling. And we also know that Google Translate is able to correct
on its own, modernizing the spelling and everything so that you can get.
I don't think the people who want us to leave are spelling it out. Yesterday in
a very simple example is autocorrect for spelling. When people have autocorrect going,
then you see my name and the spelling on there, and if you're a Twitter, you can use
phonetically spelling out John Cho, in the paper, and I thought something had changed.
How to spell. I wasn't the first one to sit down on a spelling bee. And as I had to put those
spelling my name, the lady goes, wait, that's how you pronounce that?
Sense that the grammar, the punctuation, the spelling needs to be perfect. And that's another way of showing you
that he believes this is one of the most repeated spelling errors in history because everyone else
recognition, but it's critical for spelling, for word recognition, even learning.
Take 30 more seconds with the